Alright. Get back to finishing this contract up. Finally got that spraying job done. Took a little while. Quinn, is it up? I can't hear you. Yeah, it's up. Had me worried there, buddy. Alright. One of these days, I'm going to figure this streaming out. One of them. Key was wrong. Best I can figure out. Plus, I just woke up and had a cold. So, I am getting there. I don't think Quinn knows. Thank you, Nia. I appreciate you letting me know. Quinn was supposed to let me know, but he didn't type in the chat, so, or my chat's not working. Hey, Quinn, come here. Is the chat working?
Yeah.
I've got nothing on my chat. Let's see. Figure out what's going on. Yep, chat is working. Yep, chat is working. Okay. Now. Alright. Chat was not set up. But, like I said, chat was not set up. But, like I said, I don't want to hear myself. Best part is I can just set up during live stream. Perfect. So stupid. Robin, Quinn, and Nia's. on. I know Robin's not awake yet. Oh man. I promise I will get this figured out one day. But it's kind of funny, so. Oh man. Hilarious. Hi, Timothy. I'm glad you're here too. I swear, one of these days I want to get it right. Yeah, I'm using OBS. Um, I set it up private because the last two times I was streaming, it accidentally went live even whenever I was doing the pictures. And I even had my hotkeys turned off on my OBS to make it go live. So I don't know what made it went live. So I've been setting up in private view and then going from that and then switching over to live view to kind of keep from telling everybody that I'm online and not. So still trying to get it, but my key was refreshed this morning, so that was the problem with 90% of it. But I'm figuring it out slowly but surely. Plus, I'm streaming on one monitor instead of multiple monitors, so I can't see if I'm online live. So, using my kids are telling me that I'm actually am live, unless I kind of get out of the game. But it's on, and I still got 2 hours to play around before kids start taking over. I know Quinn's gonna do some streaming day. He's gonna do his NASCAR, but I don't know if Robin's doing anything or not. I will look at it and see about it. I just used OBS because I saw some pretty big streamers using it. I like making recordings with it thus far. It's just this is just my fourth time streaming. The kids has done a couple, so we're still trying to figure it out. So far, I'm loving OBS because I can do all the pictures and everything, but. I mean, it's pretty simple to use. I'm just not too good at using them yet. So, I tell you, that's a nice curvy path I've made down through there. I'm going to straighten that up. Yeah, you talking about don't miss Quinn's episode? Robin? I will, if you want, send me a link on it over Facebook and I'll go check it out because, oh, the crop. She's going to start harassing me again. I was leaving it on the ends last time, and I was doing some cultivating, and she kept informing me that I was messing up. I told her messing up is not messing up until you stop trying. So it's just So I'm not admitting that I messed up because I went back and cleaned it up. So, silly. Silly, silly. You and Marcus love messing with me. But yeah, Quinn's supposed to take over here pretty soon. He's been asking and begging, and he's got a couple people that he hangs out with on Twitter that's been asking to see him. I thought about racing with him, but he's got a lot more practice than I have in that game. I haven't played it in a while. Thought I might do some challenges with him, but let's see if I can get this cleaned up a little straighter. That's about the oldest looking trailer I could find to go with this truck. Quinn is watching later, he said. You talking about this? Or watching himself? Yeah. There's such a lag. Quinn ain't gonna watch my video. He's my son, so you do. You watch it live. Take care, Timothy. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate it. I definitely will have fun. Love this game. Now we'll get it straight. I have never got to play around in the combine in real life yet. I'm hoping I'm actually going to get to because the guy I work for is a farmer and I work for as a farm hand. I get to drive his two tractors every once in a while, but that's it. Mow, stuff like that. Be kind of cool to play around with the combine, but that's an expensive machinery, so he might not want me playing around on it. Well, he's got three tractors. One of them is his wife's. Two of them are John Deere. windshield wiper looks a little bit dirty. I don't think it's going to do much good like that. But it's not going to be raining, I don't imagine. Now it's a little straighter. Now Robin Computer did that there, not me. I'm not going to leave it though. I love this combine, it's beautiful. And it'll handle the bigger headers. It just has too short of a pipe to be able to do it without having to back into it, the pipe. That's not realistic enough for me then. Plus it won't hold that much. I liar. We're going to have to play the spelling game. You mean lie? Because liar would be like establishing somebody, and that's kind of the wrong spelling for it. I can't keep up with you, girl. You'll have to use these full sentences because I can't read your brain. Well, I know kind of what you're thinking, but I don't know what you're thinking all the time. But no, can't read your brain. This contract shouldn't take too long. That spraying job was massive, Robin. I mean, massive. Move, bird. So I was saying in the last stream, I'm actually a little bit late this morning. I was going to try to start at 9, but I was kind of sick again. Trying to do couple 9 a.m. streams. That's for not going to be too many people up playing this early in the morning, but it's for people like Nia and ones like that, so I can hang out and chat with them. Europe-based players is what that's for, and then afternoons or evenings, I'm going to be streaming probably about 7 to 9. That be for nighttime for United States players, and also it picks up Australia, New Zealand, but I also have some subs in France and Russia. Of course, this kind of fits their time as well, although I wouldn't be able to speak in their language. Be nice if I had someone sub that can actually do chat and kind of help with them in their language, so I can communicate with all of them over there as well. That would be cool. But I love the fact that the viewers are Spanish and French and Russian and German and English speaking. It's awesome. It's amazing how game can bring the world together. I love it. So what's your brother doing, Robin? Watching videos? Watching comedy? Yeah. He's just killing time waiting to steal my computer and my Xbox. So, maybe. I might just play Farming Simulator all day. Or try Batman out since it's free. So letting you use my computer and Xbox. Steal. We're gonna have school during my chat, honey. We'll have to do the spelling game. I don't know if it will be or not. We'll see. But I mean, it's free. Nia pointed it out because I hadn't had Epic Games Launcher loaded up in a while. Last season of Fortnite just killed me. Why am I looking at the truck? Oh, Quinn, look at the truck. You played already through two of the Batmans, or you just tried out two of the Batmans? Is it a storyline or what? Oh, she's talking about this. Kaz didn't make the truck. He put the collaboration, which is mine and Johnny's and Perrin's and Kaz's logos that they made for all of us, and then combined them all and they put them on the side of the truck. It's the same Zeal truck that I was using before, except Kaz kind of tweaked it a little bit. As soon as I got in, it took off really fast. It went flying. It's supposed to have. Here's the original. It's supposed to have 11,000 with the speed of 49. And I just noticed something else that changed. This one has 112,000 with the speed of 74. I just noticed the speed too. He tweaked it out as well. 110 kilowatts, 150 horsepower. This one has 250. So he tweaked it, and this is one that was made for me. A guy who was one of the first subscribers to my gaming channel knew I loved the Zeal truck, and he made this a private edit for me. But there is a Zeal truck out there that is made for that, which I think is this one. So they do have them. Mine has a little wheel there and stuff, so mine's a private edit, and you can change all the colors on this one here too, so you can get some options with it, along with sprayers and modules and logging. So they got some nice Zeal trucks out, nice looking. Oh, got some newer looking ones as well. But I use these here because they kind of mean something. I probably will just drive Kaz's edit around a little bit because, I mean, it'd be good for testing though. But I want to try to keep the vintage play old school as realistic as possible. So, but it is a beautiful job on it. I really like it. Be nice and have like some color options on the truck. That'd be kind of cool. But I mean, the ones that they got on it's kind of close to being historic, I feel. So, okay. Time to eat, huh? So today, I'm gonna do this contract. Can't remember what other job I was looking at possibly doing, May try to get another spraying job. A lot of these fields is coming up on harvesting, but mine's not there yet. Wheat's getting there. The corn I'm going to turn into silage. I like selling silage. I did have it in grass, but figure the corn would do a lot better. But this trailer is pretty nice. I think it goes pretty good with this truck. I don't know of any really good old trailer mods, so this one's not too bad. I haven't used it yet. This is the first time I've used it. I wanted something to go with my truck. Looks pretty good. This trailer here holds quite a bit. I think it's about 50,000-60,000. So I can handle that. It's not too over the top. The price is too low, though. I mean, the price needs to come up. 55,000. But I mean, I can always just sell some stuff, take a loss on some stuff to get the trailer about right. Unless I want to consider it, maybe it's used. But even at that, still, $1,000 seems a little too cheap for a really nice trailer. At least it's not zero, though. Some things are just a little too low priced. I don't mind a little bit of mods, but I don't like a drastic amount as far as, like I said, vintage play and stuff. But in testing, I love as extreme as I can get because people's wanting their maps pretty quick and stuff. So, as I said in the last stream, you gotta play unrealistic so people can play realistic, or else they have to wait forever. probably about 50% done. Get this straightened back up. Almost 40. It's not going to take too long. I kind of boogered it a little bit. I got about 3 maps I want to look at here pretty soon. I may do it tonight. There's about 3 of them I want to look at that I've seen on modhub.us. And Z Gaming said they're about ready to turn out another map pretty soon. They're going to give me a little look at it. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And we'll get to take a look at some maps over the next day or two if all goes well. I'll just do some regular videos on those and send the videos up to ModHub. But one of them's a beta, so I love looking at them whenever they're in the process of being built. And we should be showing ours here before much longer. There already is some videos being produced of actual editing being done by Johnny. I know has done some on this new map that got coming out soon. Well, won't be too soon. There's a lot going to go into it. But it's going to be a beast. It's going to be big. So, but we got a couple of good ideas for maps. So one of them, Johnny come up with an idea for. I'm really looking forward to it. That's alright. I just won't watch him, Robin. Needs to be level. 75%. So it's going to take about 2 truckloads probably, since I'm about 50% done. Don't spill the poppy. Just kidding, it won't spill. I don't know where you're going, dude. You're not taking my combine. You can finish up this. Goodbye. My turn. This would be a good map for you to play, Robin. Lots of rolling hills, beautiful trees, all kinds of balloons. You can just ride a horse forever on this map. That plane looks like it's going to crash. This map is pretty large. I mean, even the small fields is good for vintage, but whenever you get over, this is why I got two combines. This field, all these here, and these pretty much needs about a medium. And then the rest of these, it's large. It's really large. And then there's this one up here. And that's not counting the forest and stuff. I haven't done any forestry yet, but don't really have any vintage style forestry stuff. This lands over here is really custom. It's by Johnny. You got to kind of watch over there. There's a little surprise Kaz put in on this. I was doing the official release video and I come up on it. It scared the dog far out of me, and I was like, what is going on? And I stopped my recording for the official video release and messaged them. And I was like, why is this in the field? And they said it's a surprise. So it's kind of to mess with you a little bit. So I took it out of my official video and edited that part out. But it's all kinds of stuff to see and do in this map. That's just it. I could do some logging. Thing about it is, it just really don't have any kind of vintage logging equipment that I know of. I know, let's see, as far as Zeal goes, I know it's got a, yeah. So, I mean, I could run that with my Zeal Semi to do logging, but problem is I don't really have any old school forestry machines or anything like that. Might could get away with this one here. I don't know how that machine actually is, and I haven't tried it yet. So, but for a vintage play, I don't know about doing any forestry. But I do want to do forestry on this map because of the swamp section. It is really cool looking. Why would you need new equipment to create the farms? I've made some with old equipment. The JD plow is pretty big, although it has some errors and you can't use a hired worker on it. But you can as long as you're in a straight line, but it don't make turns. But so far, I'm loving this map. What you doing to me? Yeah. I got them all downloaded. I haven't gone into them to check them out just yet. Where am I supposed to be selling this? Way down there. It looks like mine. Looks like. So you're running two servers. You must have a lot of friends to play with. Hello, Dave. How you doing today? Let me get a little bit more on that truck. Put your pipe in, JD. Pretty good. I've been sick for like 6 of the last 8 weeks. 3 times. I keep getting it and getting over it. There's so many of us in the house, we literally are passing it back and forth each other. It's just like a never-ending cold. So I was going to do some videos last night, some map looks and stuff, but I didn't feel good, so I'm going to try to get them in today or tomorrow one. Quinn's going to stream his NASCAR game here in a little bit, so that'll give me a chance to take some cold medicine and see what I feel like after that. That's nice. It really is, Nia. I tell you, Kaz has a server too. They play on it a lot, but there times is a little bit like usually when he wakes up to get his tea. For us, it's coffee. He wakes up to get his tea. We're fixing to eat dinner, and then we're usually finishing up on the day and stuff like that. Then time they're ready to play, I'm falling asleep and going to bed. So they play a lot of stuff, kind of like that truck he edited. They play a lot of bigger mods and stuff and newer equipment. But Kaz and them likes old school play. But I enjoy hanging out with them too because it's a lot of fun. We laugh. We really don't do much farming because we spend all our time laughing. Yeah, I'm feeling better. That's why I'm kind of playing today, Dave. It's I was telling Nia in Facebook last night. I didn't know if I'd be streaming today. I do this time usually for Europe for ones like Nia, and I was beginning to think that I wasn't going to be able to today. So, but I am feeling better. But like I said, Quinn's going to stream him some NASCAR Heat 4 here in just a little bit. So I'm going to pop me some sinus medicine, knock out for about an hour or two, and then see if I'm able to do some videos after that. So, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Good and happy getting to play. Kids is up and doing their thing, and so far, all's going well. Yeah, I remember saying last night I was kind of afraid because when I messaged you back and I seen you reply, I was like, "Oh no, did I just wake up Nia?" I was like, "Oh man," because I felt bad with Johnny and Kaz and all them. Johnny's all, even though he's in Missouri, he's to the left of me. He's always up lots of times late at night. So I usually go to the bed with my phone going ding, 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 ding between him and Kaz and Perrin, which is usually gives me a little bit of a laugh. It doesn't bother me. So I know when they're all up and actually doing stuff. So, but it's pretty cool though. I don't think I'm gonna get any more out of this. That's about as much as I'm gonna get. Let's go dump this thing. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. South. And the 5-year-old seems to be a little bit disturbed about something. It'll get a little fun here pretty soon. It was really kind of, I was really wondering if I should stream at all. When you got 4 kids at home, 6 kids in all, 6 grandkids, it gets kind of, I don't want to say loud, but it gets a little exciting. Especially the 5-year-old, because he thinks he can whip any of them. And generally tries. So, hopefully, they won't wake up. Yeah. But I'm used to it. It really don't bother me too much. I don't like it whenever they don't like. My biggest thing is that you have to respect your family. We got a very diverse mixed family, all of us coming from some kind of messed up past and everything, and so respecting each other around here to me is the biggest thing of all. I want them to be a strong family and care about each other. Other than that, I don't ask for too much. This truck kind of jittery. That trailer does that every once in a while. Check it out. It looks nice with this truck, but that's not the map. That's the trailer every once in a while. If you look at it in a store, so I'm sure it's got some issues. I don't know if Kaz or one of them could fix that or not. But when you go into the store to buy this particular trailer, where's it at? I may have overshot it. See, it's got a little bit of issues. Don't know what all it is. I'm not that kind of a modder, so but it looks, the only one I can find it looks good with this particular truck, so I'll just have to put up with the rocking, I guess. Oh, we're going to me. This is the Kentucky grains that Johnny had in his map on J&J, and he brought it over to here because Kaz wanted it over here on this map. So that's awesome. I love this. And then they changed put the collaboration into the sign. I love this. I really do. These guys are just amazing. Move the trigger. It's over here now. Alright. Get in there, Poppy. %58 done. What's that, Dave? Let's see, I do have to agree, sir. All of you are. As far as respecting each other and everything, I mean it. They're generally good for. And I appreciate that. It is one thing I really insist on. Because of all that, I went through a lot of clinical depression and everything else for my first marriage and everything, and it's just but the past is an amazing thing. You can either grieve, get mad about it, or you can consider it what it is, which is a tool, and it can be used for good. It's just like a difference between a gun and a flower. I kind of used that instance a lot when I was helping in a recovery facility. If I say gun, good or bad, lots of people will say bad, but that's not it. And if you say flyer, they'll say good. But thing about it is, people that stalks, like men that stalks women to take advantage of them, will use something to gain their trust, like a flower, so, or something like that. Wrong field. So your past and the things around you is tools that can be used for anything. So we use our experiences to try to help others. And that's kind of one of my, like I said, one of my big demands. Family is important. It's something that you gotta have. You gotta be able to work things out because you need a support system. So I've worked with a lot of at-risk youth and families struggling and stuff. It's amazing thing. Never did think my family would grow out of it, but it has. Oh, I forgot. I'm full. I gotta unload that. Get back over here. But they do really good. So hopefully one day they'll come out with a update for this trailer. Or wow, why did it do that? This trailer's got some errors. And I didn't even get close to emptying out of that. When it went all the way to the top like that, it blew my mind. It was still filling it. Wow, this truck needs a little bit more love. It looks nice. There's a trailer anyway. It looks nice, but it's just got a few issues here and there. But I literally don't have any other trailers that would work well with it. I seen a wooden one, but it didn't show up. Let's see. No, that's the oldest one I got. These don't hold anything, really, and that trailer don't work half the time. Maybe someone want to get a new mod turned out here before long. Definitely getting a lot of mods out, so a vintage trailer would be nice. I gotta have that's an RN right now. This combine does good though. I love this combine. It's great for medium fields. I mean, it's great. So what you up to today, Dave? Well, that could be pretty fun as well. I didn't do nothing except watch some TV. I was sitting there eating dinner when we got back. My daughter wanted to watch some Stargate, so we ended up watching Stargate. But I need a break anyway, kind of recover a little bit. That's cool. Me and Nia's going to try to hook up and do something together. I don't know when. We keep talking about it, but and I got the all Nia's mods downloaded for the two servers. Getting a day is kind of my big thing. Like I said, I do it with Kaz and Johnny and them, but I've only got to do like about three with them because of the time difference and been going to bed because of work and everything. Been going to bed a little bit early whenever they get started playing. But I end up playing single player most of the time just because of a weird schedule. I love this map. I really do. This is probably my favorite one to play on now. Yeah, um, like I said, Quinn's gonna be streaming here his NASCAR game here in just a little bit. He's wanting Saturdays afternoons for his streams. My Sundays, we always usually do church or church related activities and stuff like that. So I'm usually gone most of the day on Sundays. Monday and Tuesdays I work, and my son goes to the hospital. My 5-year old goes to the hospital on Mondays. So Mondays and Tuesdays I'm usually not able to do a whole lot, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday it's kind of hit or miss. He's got to go back to the hospital again on Thursday, so Saturday morning is looking like the easiest time. Sometimes I work on Saturdays. I'm talking. I don't even know where I'm going. Uh, Sometimes on Saturdays I work, but not all the time. The animation on filling this truck actually worked good when I first bought it, but now it's showing full and I ain't even got hardly anything in it. It seems to be having more hiccups as I play with it. It may be developing some issues as I play along with it. I still think it's kind of funny. I hope it don't tear my save game up, but other than that, I don't care. I can live with it. Kind of like now, thing don't want hardly dump or anything. It's skipping. What if I hire it? This trailer has got some issues. Well, I think his trailers got a little bit of issues. I'll see if I need it. Finish that contract. I might as well just grab one for the time being. Yeah, it's definitely not working too good as a grain truck. I could use that trailer to finish this job up, but and I like this one. I like the look of it. It's just I just don't like the sound of it. Don't know why. Yeah, like I said, it's a mod. The only reason why I grabbed it is because the only thing that looks old. Be nice if somebody can take something like this bed or the bed of the Zeal or something and turn it into a trailer for us. But this one here, it needs a sound upgrade. I just now seen that little plaque. Now I'm wondering what it says. I don't speak Russian though. That's why I said it'd be good to have a translator. Since I use the translation, Google Translation for the videos. And I've got some actual grain trucks, but their capacities and stuff is a little bit much. I know this truck works, and I know this combine works. That trailer mod may have messed them up. I'm hoping not. We'll see though. But I figure it's gonna work. Stop. Yeah. I've never had any trouble with this truck. That muffler is about ready to shake off there. Well, I will hire out the combine then. Take that little dab that's in that trailer there. Yeah, it is a cool looking truck. I like cross trucks a lot. And, or ones like them, Russian trucks. Even their old trucks looks nice. I think I found that on modhub.us. I think. I don't remember. I just downloaded it here lately. Yeah. I think I like the. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think I like the Kraz trucks because I play Mud Runner, or at least I did on Xbox. I do. They're supposed to be coming out with a second version, and I do plan on buying it and playing it as well. Um, but that's what it reminds me of. So I think that's why I like them so much. The Zeal truck just has that really nice old 40s, 50s truck style feel to it. That's why I like it. I do have Mud Runner. I have it on the Xbox, and I've played every um, version of it. Well, as far as I've played the easy mode, then I went and did the kind of really hard mode, and I completed all the stuff on it. I don't have the PC version, But like I said, they are supposed to be. Where am I at? They are supposed to be coming out with Mud Runner 2, so I will be getting it on PC though. At least they've been talking about it, so I'm definitely get it. It's a fun game. And I'm hoping Farm and Fix 2020 comes out. That's another one I'm really looking forward to it big time. I mean, big time. Because, like I said, it's going to be three Sims in one. And the thing that got me the most excited is the fact that, um, yeah, the thing that got me the most excited about Farm Fix 2020 of late is I went back on Steam, was kind of looking around at the game more and kind of hoping and praying it'd be out pretty soon. And it showed an engine. I clicked on it, and it said that, of course, you got to repair your engines in that game and stuff. You don't just farm, and you got to repair and build your farmhouse. But it said that the engine had 300 parts. So, you're talking about a game in itself right there and being a lot that you can do. So I'm hoping that the farming is at least kind of close to Farming Simulator, and hoping that the rest of it's going to be pretty nice as well. You're still showing some in the truck, bud. I'm going to end up failing this job probably. Hopefully not. So yeah, I am really excited about that game. If it's half of what I think it's going to be, I wish the channel was bigger where I can kind of catch their eyes for maybe some early release copies and stuff. But I mean, it is what it is, so it's not a big deal. Get there one day, but I mean, we're all kind of that way. We want the stuff as fast as we can get it, especially when it's something that we think we would enjoy. And it's definitely just the fact that it has like three games in one is just pretty amazing. Yeah. My wife's been pretty cool about it too. So, but it's cause of her that I'm getting to do this. Oh yeah, I mean, just in the video alone with them, like the house, they tore down the wall and they replaced the mortar and stuff. And the first thing I thought of is if the mechanic game is going to be at that level, then what is the house actually going to be at? I mean, are we talking like something that's just kind of basic? Are we talking about repairing electrical, adding, your furnishings and replacing or building it from scratch? I mean, just how detailed is that? So I'm hoping that it's a pretty good detailed part of the game as well. If it is, and if the farming is, then you know, and I really want that. I mean, I really had high hopes for Pure Farming being a good game. I think they need to be good because I mean, whenever you're releasing a bunch of good games, you think about another good farming game coming out. Is it really going to be a negative because it will help Forest Farming Simulator to do more and release more and keep making their game better as well? I think they'd be great for competition. So give my combine back. There is another game that's coming out that Johnny showed me. Um, can't remember the name of it. Wish he was in chat right now. But it's kind of like a simulator world where you can go in, you can drop in, you can be bad or you can be good, and you can do a little bit of everything. Because to me, if the perfect sim would be like a massive online server, and you would have something like train simulator, mechanic simulator, construction simulator, farming simulator, all on this one thing, and you can kind of buy the platform of the game that you want, and then go in, and then you could be doing like trucking simulator and driving down the road, and you can see people actually playing the farming part as you're going down the road and stuff. Or you could buy that copy and join them and play that part. That would be, geez, that would be insane, something like that. I hear the 5-year-old jumping upstairs. My wife must be awake. He's excited. But she's being really good about this, though. Usually, buying a lot of games and stuff isn't a priority in our house, but the channel's been doing good. So I keep saying, there's a game coming out pretty soon. This one really looks good. Might do good on the channel. Okay. Before, I would have to kind of crawl a little bit, kind of beg, honey, if you don't mind. Kind of like to have this. So y'all are helping me. You're helping me a lot get games. So, but I think it's amazing though. Speaking of my wife, yeah, mine did too at first. It's kind of like, but I mean, that's just why we're so different. I mean, for her, I could see spending $60 on a game because you're going to be able to enjoy it if it's any good at all for days, months, weeks, years, whatever. Whereas, and I can go eat at McDonald's for, for next to nothing. But she likes, kind of like nicer restaurants. Nothing over the top, but I mean, we have done some kind of stuff that's kind of over the top. Kind of like we went and took all the kids and dined on a train. That was a pretty cool experience. I'm full. I just now noticed that. And but I mean, she likes some nicer restaurants that's kind of above, stuff like McDonald's and stuff, kind of like Olive Garden and Applebee's and that kind of stuff. And you could drop, when you got 6 in your family, $60 is pretty cheap for a meal. So you're talking about the cost of a game there. So we kind of purchase the stuff that we feel is kind of appropriate, whether it's a car or a house. I've seen people with Corvettes living in, mobile home trailers that look like they's going to fall to the ground. So it's just what we deem as being acceptable for our money spending. So, and 6 people in a house, we generally can't come to gather on it too often. Sometimes we do. But, yep, I can definitely know where you're coming from. Like I said, she's been really supportive of late, so I'm really tickled. She's a good woman, I know that. Works hard. This actually has a trailer that goes with this, but it hasn't worked right. I don't know why. It don't even show up if I remember right. Let's see. I think it's all the way to the end. Yeah. So, oh, so you can't. Doesn't show up in here right, and if you buy it, it falls straight to the ground, and you can't do nothing with it. So maybe they'll have an update for that as well. Yeah, and that trailer would help out a lot with this as well. The age is about right for that combine. It's a nice looking truck. If that trailer was looking right, it could go with this really nicely and kind of help increase the loads. I just noticed there's no stop sign here. I really wonder what this is. I can't see it though. It's kind of blurry. It's driving me nuts. Yeah. I will check them out. Um, Definitely interested in seeing what all you got. Most of mine come from modhub.us. I've got a few that is private mods. Scooter's Workbench. He gave me a lot of my mods starting out. So he helped me out a lot. My intro was his stuff for the longest time to the videos. Yeah, I imagine it is. And you got a ton of mods. So it's kind of a pain like is. I really need to take my mods, but I don't want to. That would be almost like work. It would take forever. Because some of them, they're not named right either. I mean, it's like, okay, this mod's junk, but you look at the name of it, and then you go looking for the file name, and they're half time not even named the same. That's a lot of mods. I think the most I've had is right at almost 300. Took forever for the game to load. I think the 5-year-old's fixing to drop a beat down on one of the kids. Luckily, my doors to this room is really thick. Yeah. I I tell you, mods are addictive. I guarantee you, I can get out my treatment planner book and prove that I have an addiction to mods as well. Yeah, I tell you, mods is what helped this game a lot. I mean, I know Mud Runner has mods, but I really didn't. I seen a lot of them on people's videos and stuff that was running mods and stuff, but I was tickled with the ones that I had. I thought the game had a good mix, but for something like this, there's such a diversity in. I guess that's why I like maps so much and doing reviews on them. Uh, like with these spline trees, it just looks so natural. I love it. Some maps you have one tree just going down through there, and I took art and stuff, so it kind of drives me nuts a little bit. That's really the only thing. But you know, a lot of people don't really care about that. This one here has a swamp forest in it, but I don't do much forestry, but I kind of want to do it because it is a swamp. So I mean, maps are so different. They offer so much, and it kind of hits home to us on some things, and it makes us want to play them. And then three other people can go, "Well, that map's just junk," but you know it's not. It means something to everybody. So um, I've been real fortunate to have met Kaz whenever he was doing Kiwi, and then Johnny reached out to me, and that's how me and him met. And then I talked him and Kaz into getting together. And of course, pairing him and Kaz kind of knew each other over time or getting there. So, and that's probably why this, another reason why this map means so much to me is just friendship involved. So it makes the game a lot better. But yeah, mods, I tell you, it makes the game ours, along with the maps and stuff. If the game just was Ravenport and the Felsborough map, I probably still wouldn't be playing the game. I'd be playing something else probably. But the fact that mods, I mean, mods keeps me in it and addicted to it. Kind of like his combine stopper lock is. I can't remember how many times I have ran over into the crops And I got that stop mod because of playing with Johnny and Kaz and them. Well, there is one in particular that everybody talks about, but I didn't learn much about learning from him. I learned more by Johnny and Kaz. I was playing around with making a fence row one day, and Johnny and Kaz kind of, well, you got my interest, but I was trying to get Kaz and Johnny to make a follow along series where they can take all that they've learned and then help use that to teach people. Because I mean, the more modders that we get into this, the more mods we're going to have. Maybe meet some more people with some talent to be able to do mods. So I feel nothing but good come out of it. You head that way, guy. I am full. But I told Kaz, I said, what I would like is for you to make a recording just starting with either the Europe map or the USA map and just show every inch. I don't care how dry it is or anything else. And then I take GE and put it on one side of my screen and then his video on the other side. And then I just go through and repeat the steps that he does to let that kind of teach me, and then I'll make a recording of it with me talking and stuff in it, maybe even do some live to try to help teach others. I would really love to do a series on that. Yeah, I love Perrin. Perrin's a great guy. Like I said, Kaz scared me on this map by throwing in that. They called it a UFO. It's not a UFO because you can identify the flying object. It is not supposed to be flying. They sure did scare the fire out of me when I was doing my official mod of it. They're always kind of messing too. Perrin don't have YouTube. He is he's kind of needs a bit more computer stuff. He does some stuff on YouTube, but it's always with Kaz or me or Johnny. He does a lot with Johnny, and he's one of the modders like for this map right here. Like, let's see, it's about time we pick up. So, like this right here is Perrin's. This silo, he skinned it, and then he brought this water tower here out of a placement in the game, and brought it out and made a water tower for us to use. And he did this chicken placement. So this is a lot of what Perrin kind of stuff Perrin does, and he did kind of like the free range and stuff, and did all this kind of stuff to it. So he does a lot of skinning and stuff like that. And then Kaz and also Perrin fixed my. This was kind of funny. They was messing with me because I'm always talking about posts, but it's not just posts. The in-game one, this post is not here. I actually had one of these to fall off my house at my other house, and it took everything out. And the only thing that was there was this. This is going to hold this up, not over time. So I kept talking about how this needs a post here. So Kaz made a video of putting in some posts. He took these posts and put them over here. Then he took a chainsaw and cut the dang things off and got rid of them. But Perrin put them in, and bless his heart on that one. So, I mean, they are fantastic guys. It is. That's the best part of playing with them and hanging out with them is I laugh till I'm just absolutely sick, and that's good for the soul, I tell you. But that's kind of what Perrin does. Well, that house there is what they added to this map. They put the plants around it and stuff, and put a sleep trigger on it, and did some other stuff to it. I showed them that. But there was another post in there in the garage too. They was kind of ragging me about that. Not that you show us the mod from the corner. I'm lost, bud. You talking about this Victorian house? Yeah. That's the Victorian house from modhub.us, and all these plants and stuff. Kaz added all this stuff up here on it and put a sleep trigger on it. So he did a lot. But I mess with him a lot. I'm always throwing ideas at him. I asked him to put some more lights around this building. I said, and see these shutters right here on this window? They would look really good on that house. But they didn't do it. But I really thought those shutters would look really nice on that house. So I kind of always talk about and stuff that I wish they could be on the maps a lot, or something to kind of tweak it. That's how I met Johnny. He asked me to look at his map and give my honest opinion about it. And so first thing I did, I was talking about maybe needing some more trees and some grass here and there, and needing some more trees wound up being hundreds of thousands more trees are pretty close to it, and that's back to the old way before the splining. And this sawmill really wouldn't look, might look better if it was on the other side. And then he wound up putting in a beautiful park and a bridge going over the park. And then I said, since your name, or since you have Native American in you, and that's kind of a big thing for us here in America, is the Native Americans. And to me, giving them kind of the respect that they should have. And he says he's got Native American in him to make like a tribute, so he come up with that trail. I said I didn't want no like Trail of Tears, something kind of like represent their history and stuff. And I just fell in love with it. It was just one of the most beautiful things I ever seen added to a map. And that's kind of how we met Johnny. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad he figured out this splitting, because this right here, I mean, in GE, you're talking about wanting to do some maps, Putting down trees in GE is not that easy. In game, it's simple. You just buy it and plop it. It's done. With this, you've got, or as a previous map, had it kind of the old way and the new way. So moved them up and down and all that. So it gets trees are work. I mean, they're a lot of work. You can group them, like say if you did all this work in here, you put them in a group, then you can copy that group and then paste it. But problem is, you do that, it's going to look copy and pasted, and then they might not be level and everything else. So the way that they're doing it, it scatters, it adds trees, it does everything. It automatically levels them with the ground. It's an amazing thing that he come up with. I told him I wished I could learn how to do that so I could help some other map makers out and stuff and kind of promote the collaboration, but I'm not doing it thus far. Well, that could be a great thing, though. I do think that there is still a map needed for old school. This map here is amazing, but a multiplayer old school map, because most old school maps needs to be kind of small, generally not so hilly, stuff like that, to be really good to me for a lot of old school, because they're under power and stuff on the equipment. But Kaz does a lot of multiplayer maps. I think a great big map full of some different farms and stuff that people can play multiplayer, like has a ton of small fields and stuff. There's a need for that. Kind of like you're wanting to play old school multiplayer, but that would allow more people to get together and have, like several that was playing old school together then. Because a lot of your old school maps, they just don't have the room for multiplayer. Well, I think this one here would be good for old school. As you said, the center of the map is good, especially these fields right here. But even the medium fields, because two people can get a couple combines going and actually put a big dent in it, or if you had more people playing or something like that, I think for old school, for multiplayer, you could do the one I just did, maybe, but all these ones right through here, the ones over here, down here, would all be good. I would say down here, but you getting to each other would be a pain, and getting to the store down there would be a pain, because you don't really have a lot of options for right now for transporting old equipment and stuff. With I don't think that Zeal has a loader, but you just don't have a lot to be able to use. But I do think you can come out to as far as multiplayer goes. If you're working on a field together, you can pick up these medium-sized fields as well, and they'll still be close to all the sell points and stuff like that. And you can still spray it, these jobs out here. I sprayed this one. It took a while, but it paid really good. What time is it now? 9:47. Let's see what my wife is saying here. All right. She says there's a place we're supposed to be going here pretty soon. So I think I will end that here. and thank everybody for coming and see what it's 10:47 right now for Maine. She said something about we had an event we supposed to be going to, but I didn't know anything about it. So I'm gonna get off. Thank you so much, Dave and Nia and everybody that came. Don't want to really leave anybody out. There's been several to come, of course, Robin and Quinn, Timothy. So I appreciate everybody who came. I am gonna go ahead and end it now though, so I can find out where it is we're supposed to be going and take care of that. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody coming and take care and have fun. I'm going to see what's going on. Talk to you later.